Men. Where would us lassies be without them? Robert Burns wrote, "She asked why wedding rings are made of gold. I ventured this to instruct her. Why, madam, love and lightning are the same. On earth they glance, from heaven they came. Love is the soul's electric flame, and gold its best conductor." This is a true story. Sometimes it does take a woman. Scientists at NASA built a gun specifically to launch standard 4-pound dead chickens at the windshields of airliners, military jets and the space shuttle, all travelling at maximum velocity. The idea is to simulate the frequent incidents of collisions when airborne foul to test the strength of the windshields. British engineers heard about the gun and were eager to test it on the windshields of their new high-speed trains. Arrangements were made and a gun was sent to the British engineers. When the gun was fired, the engineers stood shocked as a chicken hurled out of the barrel, crashed into the shatterproof shield, smashed it to smithereens, blasted through the control console, snapped the engineer's backrest in two, and embedded itself in the back wall of the cabin like an arrow shot from a bow. The horrified Brits sent NASA the disastrous results of the experiment, along with the designs of the windshield, and begged the US scientists for suggestions. NASA responded with a one-line memo: "Defrost the chicken!" Now, there you go. That says all, as far as I'm concerned. Beautiful words that tripped off Robert Burns' pen and won Jean Armour's heart. It isn't, Jean, thy bonny face, nor shape that I admire. Although thy beauty and thy grace might weel awake desire, something in ilka part of thee to praise, to love I find. But dear as is thy form to me, still dearer is thy mind. I sensed that he was about to impart some wee gem, and he was making sure the hypnosis was working first. We've heard colleagues referring to people with guts or balls. But do you know there is a medical distinction between guts and balls? Here is the official distinction, straight from the British Medical Journal, volume 323, page 295. Check. Guts is arriving home late after a night out with the lads, being met by your wife with a broom and having the guts to ask, "Are you still cleaning? Are you flying off somewhere?" Balls is coming home late after a night out with the lads, smelling of perfume and beer, lipstick in your collar, slapping the wife on the bum and having the balls to say, "You're next, chubby." I trust this clears up any confusion because, medically speaking, there is no difference in the outcome. Both are fatal. During my time as a precognition officer, I was to be found some days in the pathology lab. I commented one of these days on the difference between two brains in specimen jars. One was large and healthy looking, one was small and shrivelled. The written cards beside them showed they were the same age. The pathologist explained that the male brain was the bigger one, and it looked that good because it had never been used. And Burns obviously agreed. Mother Nature, her apprentice hand she tried on man, and then she made the lassies old. A woman on her deathbed asks her husband to rush home and get a wooden box from under the bed. The man returns home, gets the box from out under the bed and opens it to find 3 eggs and £7,000 in cash. He returns to the hospital and asks his wife, "Sweetheart, why are there 3 eggs and £7,000 in cash in the box?" She replied, "Well, over our 35 years of marriage, whenever we had bad sex, I would put an egg in the box." So immediately the husband thinks to himself, 35 years and only 3 bad, I must be a pure love machine. Then he asked her, "Well, what was the money for?" And she replied, "Well, every time I got a dozen eggs, I sold them." Conceding already. Robert Burns was absolutely right when he said men try to please us women. Yes, they try. But like Sigmund Freud, most men don't know what women really want. Some of them get very strange ideas indeed, including Robert Burns. After all, he wrote a poem called 9 Inch Will Please a Lady. I can't imagine what that's all about. Then there's the other lot, who think they can compensate by driving a really big car. You all know who you are. For all their shortcomings, we women couldn't get along without them. If nothing else, we need someone to boss around. And your little foibles are usually why we like you so much, as Burns himself said. A man's a man for all that. A married couple in their early 60s were celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary in a quiet, romantic little restaurant. Suddenly, a tiny yet beautiful fairy appeared on their table. She said, "For being such an exemplary married couple and for being so loving to each other for all of this time, I will grant you each a wish." The wife answered, "Oh, I want to travel around the world with my darling husband." The fairy waved her magic wand and poof, 2 tickets for the QE2 appeared in their hands. The husband thought for a moment, "Well, this is all very romantic, but an opportunity like this will never come again. I'm sorry, my love, but my wish is to have a wife 30 years younger than me." The wife and the fairy were deeply disappointed. But a wish is a wish. So the fairy waved her magic wand and poof, the husband became 92 years old. The moral of this story, men who are in great toe rags should remember that fairies are female. It's Burns who gives the best picture of the perfect harmony of men and women getting along. "We will build a wee house, and we will live like king and queen. Sae blithe and merry as we will be, as we sit by the wheel of tea. A man may drink and no be drunk.